Hi, and welcome to another podcast with our vent. See, I messed it up already. Another 5 seconds, and I'm going to make noise behind me because I'm too close.
Everybody move in just like an inch. There we go.
Hi, and welcome to another podcast with the sponsors of our Holiday Spirits Craft and Vendor event. Today I am here with Ken Kruescher of Ken's Copper Chimes. Ken is a returning sponsor for the third year in a row. So Ken, why don't you give us a little backstory on why you love this event so much?
Well, my father was a Shriner for 50 plus years. My daughter was actually at the Shriners Hospital when she was 4 years old. She had a condition called torticollis, which affects the muscles in the face.
Okay.
And there was I think there was 4 surgeries over a year's period of time, and now she's just fine. So
That's awesome.
the treatment was excellent. The way they handled the kids and made adjustments for the parents was fantastic. It's a great organization.
Yeah. Now tell us, how much did all of this end up costing you? Because I'm sure none of these surgeries were cheap.
Not a dime. In fact, I offered to write them a check, and they said no. There's no charge for it. They even offered to pick us up and take us down there, but fortunately, I drove back and forth and for quite a few months, but no charge whatsoever.
Yeah, and like I said on our last podcast, just a couple weeks ago I was with some of the Shriners and they got a call and they needed somebody to drive a family to Minneapolis so that they could do their treatment. And so the Shriners that were there were talking on who would best be available in their time frame to be able to do that. So that is pretty cool.
Yep.
So, but you do copper chimes. So what can you tell us about these beautiful things behind us?
Well, it's been a passion of mine for 30 plus years. I've been making them on and off for friends and relatives. And after I retired 5 years ago, I needed something to take up my time in the wintertime, especially when it gets cold and snowing.
And we're living in Wisconsin, right?
Yes. And I decided to build chimes, and we wanted something that was different than you'd see anywhere else. So we went to copper because copper is beautiful. It imparts healing natures and lots of stuff there. But
Yes.
it's just the beauty of them and the sound of them. So we embarked on this as kind of a part-time business and growing from there.
This is absolutely beautiful. How long does it take you to make one of these?
Well, we actually make them in 3 different sizes. So our standard is a 16-inch. We make a longer one in a 24, and this is the granddaddy. This one is 36 inches in chimes.
It's
And
way down here if you can't see it.
and then we also make them in a 3/4 inch, so 16 and 24, and then a 1 inch. Now each one has a particular sound on them. So the
Let's hear
3/4
it.
inch is going to be a little higher tone, and the 1 inch will be a little bit lower tone. Now we use, instead of the typical string or fishing line, we use stranded copper wire for durability, and each tube is individually tied in place. We have a system that we use that is basically ours. Nobody else uses it. So we actually solder a pin in place, tie a loop on there, and then they're all sprung up here. So they're very solid, and they'll last a lifetime.
Yeah, I will say, we do live in Wisconsin, and what is one animal that there seems to be a plethora of in Wisconsin?
Yes,
But squirrels.
yes,
And I have seen so many, not only chimes, but different crafts like bird feeders outside, and they use like a zip tie.
yep.
And the squirrels chew them off,
Yep.
and pretty soon everything is on the ground. Will not happen with the design that they use. So I appreciate that you take the time to make sure that works. Now, I'm going to have you do the 24-inch and make just a little noise with that. We did the 18, and you can hear the lighter tone, and then the darker. You know, a lot of people in holistic medicine use these different types of chimes.
That's good stuff.
Yes.
So all of our chimes are what they call a tuned chime, which means that they are tuned to the point of resonance. It's a mathematical formula, and all of our chimes are built to that standard.
Yeah, you can see each one is a different length so that they'll work together.
Right.
In layman's terms.
Right.
They will sound good. You won't hear a flat note or a sharp note.
Nope.
You'll hear just pure notes. That's
So-
good. Now, having a chime like this outside, the wind might make them move a little bit, but a lot of what you do has to do with what
The sail.
they have the sail on the bottom. Why don't you talk to them about what you have over here with all of our sails?
Most of our chimes, in fact, probably about 85% of our chimes that we sell are custom. In other words, we have approximately 40 different types of sails. People have asked if we can do these. And about 4 years ago, I invested in a laser. So that gave us the ability to do things that we couldn't do the first year that we started. So we go from the 5 different branches of the military. We do it for the Shriners. We do it for tribute. We do a compass. We do just about any animal you can think of. We have
One that sticks out to me is the Nobody Fights Alone, the breast cancer.
breast
because
cancer one.
that means a lot to a lot of people I know, and I'm
Well-
sure a lot of people you know.
We do a benefit. We actually donate chimes to a number of groups, and one of them is the Pink Riders out of Adams County here. It's a snowmobile club, and all of their fundraising goes to help women that need clothing or food or transportation or help with medical expenses. So we do that. We also do donate a chime to Habitat for Humanity. We donate a chime to Make-A-Wish Foundation. We do the Heart Equine Center up in Abbotsford. So we give back a lot to the community in the form of a chime that they can use for fundraising.
Yeah.
So we can do just about anything that anybody would like.
Yes.
So we do memorials, we do weddings, we do a lot of things.
So if you have somebody getting married, what a better way than to honor their wedding by getting a beautiful chime and then having a custom made sail to go on the bottom of it. And you never did answer, about how many hours does it take for you
The
to
average
do these?
chime start to finish is approximately 10 hours.
10 hours.
Now that starts with the wood that we have to cut and air dry, sand, seal the wood, and then all of the pipe comes in 10-foot lengths, so that has to be cut down, and then I have to hand bend all the pins that go in there, make all the wires for it, and then once those are done, they're soldered in place, and then I have to polish them out. They're coated with 2 coats of lacquer, so they won't turn green. They'll start to amber out like copper normally does, but they'll never turn green. So when I do things like this, where it's the copper top on there, that takes a little bit longer. That's about 15 hours to build one like this.
Wow. And what is this that you have up here? I know there's something about how yours built or others, but do you want to explain
Well, your
that?
typical chime that you buy in a store is hung like this. So it would be
It's the
50-pound
wire.
fishing line with 2 holes drilled in the top, and then they put plastic rivets in it. Now, the chime does ring, but you notice it
It's dull.
tings and then stops, where you get that
Wow.
long-lasting bell tone on there. So.
Yeah, it's amazing the difference. I never noticed that before.
So there's a few companies that actually make them in copper, but majority of the companies are going to be out of aluminum pipe. And like I said, we're the only ones that I know of in the industry that actually use stranded wire in there versus paracord or the fishing line. So the other thing that we do is we make all our chimes with 8 tubes versus the standard that you see in the stores, 5 or 7 tubes,
Oh.
because it gives you that
Like a
better
perfect
tone.
ring, yeah.
So we're very flexible versus the store-bought ones. What they have is what you get. Where if somebody looks at it and said, "Can you do this?" I would say 99% of the time we say, yes, we can do that. So we do the artwork for it, we send it to the customer. Once they approve it, we make it and then build a chime, and all of our shipping is free.
So wherever you're hearing this podcast from, you can get a hold, and the link will be in the description here on how to get a hold of Ken with Ken's Copper Chimes and order your own. But even a better way to get them is to come on out to our Shriners Crafter Vendor event the second weekend in October.
Exactly.
And it is awesome. It's a great way to give back. We not only do our spots there, which the money is used to put this event on, but it also, we have people like Ken here that sponsor by going above and beyond and writing a check to do things like this. Plus donating one of these to our raffle, over 150 raffles last year. But Ken, what's your favorite part of the event that we have?
We enjoy meeting people. I mean, we get a lot of people that come through, and we're one of the few vendors in all the shows that we do that actually approaches customers. We laugh with them, we joke with them, we welcome them to the event. And like I said, we have donated a chime every year for the last 3 years now for a raffle, and there's people that see them and they put a lot of tickets in there because they want one. So
Yes, it's definitely worth
and then
it.
you'll get a chance to actually, we normally have approximately 30 chimes on display. So if you want to pick something that's your tone that you're looking for, come out and take a look at us.
Yeah, that's
And if it's a
great.
cold day, we'll have a nice fire pit that you can warm up with.
Yes, yes. Now, when we have these there and you can win one of them, I believe yours are in the higher ticket ones.
Yes.
We have 2 different sets of raffles. One where they're $1 a ticket, or you can get a wingspan of 44. And then there's another color ticket that you actually have to go through this cool archway. And everything in that room is over $100.
Right.
And this would definitely fit that bill. But as you can see, the time that goes into these, the material, copper's not cheap today.
No, it's not.
The price is going up. So, buying one on your own is definitely the way to go. It's always good to try to win one in the raffle, right?
Right,
Because we
right.
want you to buy tickets, because every penny from those raffles go to the Shriners Hospital. Last year it was over $1,200. People really like to win stuff,
Yep.
so that is great. Is there any closing thoughts that you have on our event?
No, it's come on out. The music is great. The raffles are great. There's food. There's a lot of people to talk to. It's just a great time.
It is best thing, it is free to get in, and it is free to park.
Right.
And come and spend the day. We have food you can buy. We have 50-50 raffles. The only thing that people do not want to forget, well, two things actually. One is that it is in a old ice arena, so there's not a lot of insulation. So if it's cold outside, most likely it'll be cold inside.
Yeah.
The second thing is bring a chair, because you can sit and listen to the live music all day long for free, and you don't want to miss it. So thank you for joining us for our podcast, and we look forward. Make sure to like our page so you'll get alerted when our others pop up.
Thank you.